Okay, so basically I need to create my new class, which will be just actor, and this actor will be just voxel actor. So instead of my testing actor, I will be just using this voxel actor. So just creating this, and I need a lot of variables, so I will just copy them and parameters to not have problems with this. Okay, and I will copy all properties for now. So, and we'll explain this. Okay, so my voxel h, it's header file, and I need to use some of my properties. I don't want to create them. So first one is just array of materials. I will be using them for my voxels. It's just U material interface, and number of materials will be the same like number of voxel types. So it will depend on this number of. So I need to take into account this one. Then I have random seed, which is expons. So I will be just passing this argument in my blueprint, and when it's actor created, I will be just using this one. Same voxel size, which is just this first value I had in my blueprint. Then chunk line elements is the same, and position of chunk, so it's x and y. So these are my initialized arguments exposed. I have also some controlling values like multiplayers and weight and frequency. I will be using in generating chunks just for testing purposes. Then chunk total elements, I just calculated inside C++. Same with voxel size and chunk line elements, which is just power 2. So this is just double of, it's just squared. And one more thing, we have chunk fields, which are just values of my voxels. So if voxel is 0, this chunk field is 0, it means there is no voxel. If it's different, 1, let's say it's just voxel dirt. If it's 2, it's just grass, and etc. And this is my standard procedural component, which we will just create right now. Okay, and one more thing, I need to import my noise, which is a function, and to do that, and to, why it's black, we just need to go, I just need to copy these two files, and the simplest way is to just pasting this inside my source, and just generating Visual Studio files, which will just automatically add these files. Yeah. Okay, and we can go back, and as you can see, there is a detection of some modifications, so I just overwrite. Should be fine. And like that, we can just use this simplex noise inside our Unreal Engine, and we can generate everything from this point. And I will be showing how we can just use this, but let's go back and let's replace our actor with this new one, actor, this voxel actor, which will be generating things. So basically, I just need one thing. Okay. Okay, and instead of spawning the actor, I just spawning my voxel actor, Okay, but I should get this is interesting. Voxel actor, it has a lot of properties. Is this compiled? Probably not. What? Let's try this out. Okay. So I need to add information about procedural mesh component, and I have to do this in two places. So it will be just include procedural mesh component. Okay. And one more thing, it's in our dependency. It's in okay. Okay, so we need to create a private dependency because it's not should be fine. And of course a procedural mesh component, because I will be using okay. And like that we should not get any warnings and errors. Maybe not. Let's try this out. Should be fine. Yeah, I have my API and there is nothing wrong with this. I don't know what's going on. What the fuck? Maybe just public. Idiot. Or maybe not. Yeah, stupid. Okay, should be fine. Oi, oi, oi. So we have all our properties, procedural mesh component, and to generate our first procedural mesh, we just need to get on construction, but it has to be override. So I use my virtual void function and override this, and I have to do something with this. So let's go to and we need fill this. So yeah, it will be our construction, and I can set my parameters. So basically, first thing, it will be just chunk z elements. It will be just number of voxels in the coordinate, and it will be just 80. Chunk total elements will be just chunk line elements multiplied by chunk line elements and multiplied by chunk z elements. So it will be just number of elements, total elements, right? Okay, and I can also do something with this. It's just power 2, and yeah. So one more thing, it will be just voxel size half. So these are my values. Okay, and right now I just need to create a procedural component, which will be just okay, maybe this. So I'm just creating my string from integer. It's just index of this chunk and underscore and y index. And of course I need a pointer to my string because this name construction requires this, and use my name as one of these arguments inside my procedural mesh component and creating new object, which is fine. And I need to register this component. And two more steps because my root by default is just scan component. I just need to make this component root to be able to move this later on. Yeah. So I just use my root component and assign to my procedural component and set word rotation. This is important because I'm just using my own construction and transform. Okay, so yeah, and I can just use my parent function on construction. Okay, so I should get this actor constructed. So I can just build and play. So we can just close this. Maybe I should open this inside right here. Should be fine. I hope so. Yeah, it's working. Finally. Yeah, it will be available. Yeah, but I made a few mistakes in the early stages. I just copied too much and I didn't notice I have no public for my properties. And I was sure I missed some letter in includes, but I missed this public. I wasn't sure what was that. Yeah. So right now I just go to controller. Okay, just print something accidentally. This is great. New player controller, and instead of these actors I just need more new. So I just duplicate this and use my, maybe this one will be just, and yeah, chunks, and instead of test will be just voxel actor. Okay, and I have my voxel actor, so I can just use this one instead of this. Okay, I cannot, so I just use add, and I can just take my, and instead of spawning test actor, I just spawn actor, but maybe just voxel actor. Okay, so basically this is just like that, and I need to get my indexes. This is just X and Y. Voxel size is the same, and my okay, transform is the same. So I just adding this to my. So this is everything. I just replace this by my voxel actor. Yeah. So this is simple like that. So we can check this out, but I need maybe cube. Because I removed my okay, and right now I can check if I get all my actors, and as you can see we have these actors created, but there is nothing here yet. So I need for every actor, for every voxel, just fill my chunk fields array, and depends on of these values generate my voxels, yeah, one after another. Yeah. So okay, and as you can see we have this voxel 7.2 as our root, so everything is fine. And yeah, and as you can see this is in this place. Thank you for follow. Okay, so every chunk, as you can see, is in different place, so it's fine. So I just need to generate this. But we can have some fun with our noise right now. Yeah, why not? So I will just generate a new actor, but yeah, it will be in our maybe right here. So instead of this test, I will just, yeah. So maybe in construction script, I will just show you how noise works. So I will just use my for loop from 0 to maybe 20, the same for second one. And I have my get noise 2D noise. Yeah, it's right here. So everything is working right now. Yeah, and I can just multiply by 0.1, do the same for second one, and use my noises. Multiply by some weight maybe, which will be maybe just 10 right now. And it will be my Z coordinate, and these two will be just my X and Y. So it will be just multiplied by 100. And I will be using voxel 100 by 100. And I will add, instead of the static mesh, I will just instance static mesh. And it will be just cube. Shape cube, which should be 100 by 100 by 100. Yeah, it's like that. So I just get my add instance every loop. And my transfer will be just from this. So I just multiply by 100 as well. But maybe, yeah, I think it should be fine. Let's try this out. Okay, and I can just make vector. And we can just try this out. Okay, compile, let's go to viewport, and we have our floor, but Z coordinate is, yeah, because I didn't link this, as you can see. So my simplex noise was equal 0, but right now it should be yeah. And as you can see, it's just changing. And we can just make this even more, just multiplying by 20. So right now it's like part of this is just coming up, yeah. And I can use floor just to make round values, yeah. So yeah. So maybe just floor and just multiply by 100. Should be fine. And right now we have these steps, yeah. So it's looking more like it should. And we can of course connect many chunks of these, just getting the same coordinate. So basically, if I just add two variables x and y, which will be just visible, integer, x and y, integer, and yeah, adding to this one, instead of this, I can just linking this, but maybe just taking this one, and second one will be taking this one, and yeah, this one, and y. Okay, so everything is from this points. So right now, when I just take this and put my actor test, it's right here. Okay, great. Because it's 0, so I need to link this. And we have this element. And when I just create another one, maybe depends on position. But if I change to 1, 0, we will get a different one. So okay, let's remove this and maybe get local position, actor position, and if I divide by it's 100 by 100. So to get position should be I can do this, why not? Let's break this. So or maybe just divide it by 100. So I will just get my X and Y, so instead of this one. Okay, let's try this out. And yeah. Hey. Hello. Okay, and I'm using, let's try this out. Because it should be this one, right? Only noise should be from this point, yeah. But position should be the same, so yeah. So it will be this one, it will be this one, and only noise, which is this one, should be from, okay, let's try this out right now. So when I just move this, yeah, finally it's just like that. And as you can see, I can just expand this and make huge floor from these elements. And we are increasing size of this. Okay. Yeah, and basically what we can do from this is just changing our noise. So it can be just 0.1 or maybe 0.2. So when I just save this, it's just like that. We have mountains or something like that. So it's just changing rapidly. Yeah, and go on. So you can just have fun with this. And this noise is available as plugin to Unreal Engine. We can change this value. Maybe I shouldn't change this one. Okay, let's play music. Maybe this one. Okay, and we want to do the same with our actors, yeah, voxel actors. It was just example that you can use the same noise in blueprints and make usage of this. Okay, so right now I can just remove this actor. I won't be okay, let's go to new player because I have still my okay, good to know, because remove chunk, I should be removing this one. So let's get chunks, get depends on index, and remove should be like that. Okay, and yeah, and removing index. Okay, so I just replace this one and I can finally remove this old chunks, yeah. Okay, so this is fine, and I can remove this test.